Fear. It grips all of us at some point, whether it's the fear of failure, rejection, or the uncertainty of the unknown. But what if I told you fear isn't the enemy? What if it's actually a sign of untapped possibility? Today, we're diving into the world of the iconic movie Batman Begins and Søren Kierkegaard's The Concept of Anxiety, to uncover how facing fear can lead to personal transformation, not just for Bruce Wayne, but for all of us. Let's get into it. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. If you've ever felt stuck, overwhelmed, or paralyzed by fear, this video is for you. We'll be breaking down Kierkegaard's groundbreaking ideas on anxiety, seeing how they play out in Batman Begins, and exploring practical ways to tackle anxiety in everyday life. Trust me, you don't want to miss this, especially if you're ready to turn fear into your greatest strength. Let's start with Kierkegaard. This 19th century Danish philosopher was one of the first thinkers to explore existential anxiety. For Kierkegaard, there's a key difference between fear and anxiety. Fear has a specific object. You might fear spiders, heights, or public speaking. Anxiety? It's deeper. It's that unsettling feeling when you're confronted with the infinite possibilities of your own freedom. Think about it. Anxiety arises when we realize we have the power to choose who we want to become. It's like standing on the edge of a cliff, looking down at the vast unknown. Terrifying, sure, but also full of potential. Kierkegaard believed this anxiety was a fundamental part of the human condition. It's not something to avoid, it's something to embrace, because it signals growth. Anxiety, he argued, is the dizziness of freedom. It's a sign that we're on the verge of transformation. In Batman Begins, fear plays a central role in Bruce Wayne's journey. The bats that terrify him as a child are more than just creatures. They symbolize his vulnerability, his trauma, and the chaos he feels he can't control. And when Bruce loses his parents, it's a turning point. Kierkegaard would call this as an existential crisis. Bruce is forced to confront the reality that his old life is gone. He has to decide, will fear define him, or will it transform him?
This is a world you never understand, and you always fear what you don't understand.
Falcone's line, "You always fear what you don't understand," underscores fear of the unknown. Fear stems from the unknown. It leaves us feeling powerless. But here's the twist. Fear isn't a dead end, it's a doorway. Bruce's journey to becoming Batman isn't just about physical transformation. It's about mastering his fear. He travels the world, seeking answers to the chaos he feels inside, and ultimately learns that fear isn't something to be eradicated. It's something to be understood and harnessed. Through his training with Ra's al Ghul, Bruce learns to confront his fear physically, but the deeper battle is internal. When Bruce chooses the bat as his symbol, he's not just picking a costume. He's embracing the very thing that once paralyzed him and transforming it into a source of power. This is Kierkegaard's leap of faith, a decisive moment when Bruce steps into the unknown and commits to a new identity.
Why bats, Master Wayne?
Bats frighten me. This time my enemies shared my dreads.
He doesn't wait to feel ready. He chooses to act despite the fear. And that's the key. The leap of faith isn't about eliminating fear. It's about stepping forward with the fear. It's about acknowledging the uncertainty and choosing to act anyway. So how does this apply to us? In modern life, we face different kinds of anxiety. It's not about bats or Gotham. It's about navigating uncertainty in our careers, relationships, and identities. We might feel stuck, scared to take risks, or worried about judgment. Kierkegaard would say this anxiety is actually an invitation. It's a universe asking you, who do you want to become? It's a call to embrace uncertainty and step into your potential. In our own Falcone moments, fear of the unknown can leave us feeling powerless. But by seeking understanding, we can turn fear into freedom, into a chance to grow. Think about it. How often do we avoid things that scare us? Not because they're impossible, but because they're uncertain. Kierkegaard and Batman teach us that it's in the moments of uncertainty where transformation happens. It's in taking the leap that we find our true potential. So what can we do? Let's take a page from Kierkegaard and Batman with 3 practical steps. Number 1, acknowledge your anxiety. Don't run from it. Recognize it as a sign that you're on the edge of growth. Journaling can help. Write down what you're feeling and what choices scare you. Number 2, break it down. Anxiety often feels overwhelming because it's tied to big, abstract possibilities. Break it into small, actionable steps. Bruce didn't save Gotham in a day. He started with building his suit and taking down Falcone. Number 3, take the leap. It won't be perfect, and that's okay. Your first step might be applying for that job, starting that project, or having that tough conversation. The key is to act. This idea isn't just for philosophers or superheroes. Think about the people you admire most, whether it's a friend who started their own business, an athlete who overcame adversity, or someone who speaks up for what they believe in. Chances are they didn't feel ready. They took action anyway. Growth doesn't happen all at once. It's a series of small, brave decisions. And each step forward builds momentum for the next. Now it's your turn. Take a moment to reflect on these 3 questions. Number 1, what fear or anxiety is holding you back right now? Number 2, if you embrace that anxiety as a sign of possibility, what's the first step you'd take? And number 3, who do you want to become? And what leap of faith will it take to get you there? Drop your answers in the comments below. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Remember, Bruce Wayne's journey isn't just about him. By conquering his own fear, he becomes a symbol for others, a reminder that transformation is possible. Kierkegaard would call this living authentically, where your actions inspire others to confront their own fears and take their own leaps of faith. In Batman Begins, Bruce shows us that fear isn't the enemy, it's the guide. And Kierkegaard reminds us that anxiety is the doorway to growth. So the next time you feel that knot in your stomach or the weight of a big decision, remember, this is your chance to become something greater. Thanks for watching, guys. If this video resonated with you, please like, share and subscribe, and let me know in the comments, what's your bat? What fear are you ready to face? Until next time, remember, anxiety isn't the end, it's the beginning of your transformation. Face your fear, take the leap, become who you're meant to be.